And in weakening the biological structure, then you may get lupus, you may get herpes, and you may get anything
coming your way.
Because the body has been deprived and the immune system has been compromised.
So today's topic will be cleansing the digestive tract the alkaline way. Okay, so we're going to go through a cycle of 4 different questions. First one is going to be, why is cleaning your digestive tract important? The second is going to be, what do you use to clean the digestive tract? Third is going to be, how do you go about preparing for a digestive tract cleanse? And then fourth, last but not least, when should you cleanse your digestive tract? All right, so we're going to start off with number 1. And that's going to be, like I said, why is cleansing or cleaning your digestive tract important?
All right. Well, the digestive tract, the digestive system, it can get clogged like a pipe. So just imagine your pipe just being clogged and greasy and nasty. Imagine the inside of your body being clogged and greasy and nasty. The standard American diet presents that to us every day when you walk in a grocery store. So when you want to feel light, when you want to have your mind, body feel like you can reach your goals, cleaning that digestive tract is important because it will help you to reach your next level. It will help you to clear your mind, body, and allow you to go out there and be the best you that you can be.
Well, thank you very much for the question. And as we know, the digestive tract is the base or the beginning of everything, right? The foods that we consume go through this system so they can be processed into the energy that we need. Now, the energy that we need is very light. It's in light form. It's mostly insoluble form where it's not mass. So all the mass that we take in need to come out after I go again through the digestive tract, have a few organs. And they have to come out at some point after the body takes the nutrients, minerals it needs. Now the system, again, it's important to keep it healthy because this is where everything's come through. All your energy comes through here, all your minerals come through here. So if it's not working properly, this is the beginning of all your problems. Very important. No disease can be healed without addressing the digestive tract. Absolutely. Very important.
It's important to cleanse your digestive tract because a lot of times when you're eating a lot of foods, you're basically widening the digestive tract, depending on, because some people don't chew their foods properly. So you could be widening it. And it's not really supposed to be wide at all. It actually is supposed to be a certain size. I'm not really sure exactly what size, but from there, the bacteria that can build up from the particular foods that you eat, if you're not cooking your own foods, it will stick on along the linings. And I'm sure there has to be pores inside of there as well that absorbs minerals down that digestive tract, just like the colon does. So it's good to cleanse, to keep it clean, just for that matter,
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
So, all right. So just to piggyback on what Kamau said, it is a big fact that, in order to cleanse the brain to be more cognitive, in order to cleanse the pancreas to be unblocked and I guess like reverse, diabetes, in order to cleanse the heart, in order to cleanse the blood, it's very important that the priority has to go with changing the environment of the digestive tract. It is impossible to cleanse any organ, any other part of the body without first cleansing the digestive tract, changing that environment, like I said. So it's a key element in the process of healing, for sure. Question number 2, we got, what do you use to cleanse the digestive tract?
So with my clients, I like to keep it simple. You know, a lot of times you're just beginning into learning about how to heal your body. So I keep it simple. I start with fruits. Fruits have the highest amount of antioxidants, astringent properties, and electrical properties of all foods. So, you know, I have my clients start there, and that's usually a good place to start because we can get us some organic fruits.
Yes. I love the fruits. You know, I love the fruits, man. Those are beautiful. Fruits are the highest vibration of all foods. And like, you know, Queen Monet, they say, this is the first place that we all should go to. And these are if you look in nature, we see this is what we have been presented with to eat, you know, naturally. You know, they have the right amount of fluids in them. They also have a high amount of fiber, which will help, you know, cleanse and, move the digestive tract, you know, and kind of regulate the bowels. Now, you can also go into the herbs, you know, use some herbs that are able to kind of move the digestive tract. Also, you got to address the organs on the digestive tract. Very important. You got the pancreas, you got the liver on there, and then you got the upper colons and the lower colons. Right? You got herbs that are capable of cleaning their whole system, and break it down. So yes, I use herbs and fruits, just like Monet said. Yes, very important.
Yes, definitely. I agree with my brother Kamau Ra for sure. It's important that you definitely want to start by transitioning the diet. The diet, you know, the food that you would eat. For sure, you would start that way from fruits and vegetables. But also, I would myself recommend a chelation because rhubarb root, it cleanses the digestive tract. The blessed thistle stimulates it aids the digestive tract for it to operate. And also blessed thistle, it helps as well to cleanse the digestive tract. So I would definitely start them on a chelation if they haven't cleansed. And another one would be the duck plant. The duck plant will absolutely cleanse the digestive tract for sure. You know, so but you know, it depends on what level that person is on when it comes to transitioning.
I was going to go with the formula that you just gave, the intracellular cleanse. So since you already gave that, I'll go with phosphorus. All right. So in the case of chronic constipation, it's usually due to an excess amount of sulfides in the digestive tract. So one thing that eliminates excess sulfides is going to be sodium fluoride, believe it or not. And the one herb that contains sodium fluoride is going to be blue vervain, which also has a good bit of iron and also phosphorus in it as well. All right, so it's very important that you do not take iron by itself. You must mix it with some herbs that have phosphorus in it so that you can have an intake of iron phosphates. How do you go about preparing for a digestive tract cleanse?
A lot of times when we are starting our journey, we have to start from the ground up, right? So we can't start taking herbs when our body isn't clean. So we have to detox. So starting with that detox is really important. So how you would go about that is you would decide on your amount of time for your detox, depending on where you are in your journey and how often you're going to do it. And you would just eat fruits, organic fruits that are alkaline. And you would eat that, drink spring water, distilled water. There's a debate going on out there. We should definitely talk about that. But yeah, you would start by doing that. Choose your detox, eat your fruits, and that's how you would do it.
Right. I always love going up to the queens, man. They always give me the answers. You know, you can't go wrong. You come after a queen, I'm telling you, all the time. But listen, yes, the fruits are what you want to go to when you are getting ready to clean the digestive tract, right? You want to transition from the mass foods to raw foods. You know, you can eat some raw vegetables. You can eat some fruits. You know, no cooked food, or kind of do like 80-20 kind of rule. 80% raw and 20% cooked food, and you transition on down. You can keep transitioning to a point that you can even juice, right? Just come up with a plan, right? Maybe a 7 days plan, and prep your way in how you're gonna go in and how you're gonna come out of it. Because again, you have to go through the steps. If you're not sure, you can reach out to one of us or somebody who is knowledgeable in the process, and they can walk you through. It's very important to do it the right way, because if you do it the wrong way, it might end up, you know, causing more harm than good. So yes, very important to kind of get into it and get out of it the right way. You know, it's a process. It's a system. You know, you got to put it together and just follow the steps. That's it. All you got to do is follow it, and you come out of it, and, you know, you keep doing it. And once you clean that digestive tract, you can tell. That's the beginning of all problems. You clean it, and you'll be surprised you back up all your problems and all your issues. I've seen it happen. There's things that you didn't think they were associated with the colon, inflammation being one of them. I'm dealing with it right now myself, and that's how I know. But yes, colon is very important. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with my queen and my brother right there. So how do you go about preparing for the digestive tract to cleanse it, to get ready to prepare it? Basically, I would start definitely with, like you said, fruits, but also some teas. Some teas are great. Like some tamarind. Boiling tamarind is amazing. The benefits that it has, it cleanses bacteria, parasites. I would prepare a person, you know, I would get them prepared with teas, you know, for sure, because it also helps with the cravings, you know. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that these people that are looking for, you know, to aid the digestive tract, to start off gently, you know, for sure. So give them about a week or so. And then I think from there we can be able to work its course from there for sure.
Cool. Yeah, so, you know, pretty much things to do to prep, you know, has pretty much all been covered already prior to getting to me. I mean, you know, everything from starting off with the fruits, the vegetables, the raw, the juicing, you know, eating light basically is the key, you know, and that can go from smoothies, salads, you know, things of that nature or whatnot. Kind of slowly preparing yourself to step up into a fast. A fast is definitely necessary, just like Queen Monet said, you know, and what happens during a fast, the reason why a fast is so good in assisting with the digestive tract cleanse is because during a fast, you give your digestive tract a chance and a time to kind of relax and go into sleep mode. Which will enable the digestive tract to basically cleanse itself, you know, especially when you feed your body certain herbs, certain minerals to help assist and aid in self-cleansing, self-revitalization of the cells in that digestive tract. When should you clean your digestive tract?
So when you feel like when you need to. So a lot of times when we tune in, we got to tune in with ourselves. You tune in with yourself, you check in with yourself, you know, and you can get that from practicing mindfulness, meditation, things that help you tune into yourself. So when you feel like, okay, I'm feeling a little heavy, I'm feeling a little off, you know, you start to feel yourself, and then you notice, and when you get that feeling, then you make the decision, you create your plan. And as far as like when you're doing it, how long you should do it, how that goes, it literally just depends on where you are in your journey and how far you're trying to go, right? Because some people, they fast for, Juan has fasted for, Juan, what did you say, like 16 days?
Yes, 16 days.
You know, the longest I fasted for, I do short ones. I do them often, and I do like 2-3 days, you know, so there's levels to it, and you get to decide what level you want to be on, depending on what your body is feeling.
For sure. And yeah, again, when do you get to do the cleanse? Again, depending, like the Queen said, where you at in your life on your journey, it will depend. Like if you're at the beginning, you want to do it as often as possible. Keep cleansing. You got to keep cleansing because, again, it goes to layers and levels. You might do one level, which might open you up, and then you might go back and just wait up for maybe a few months or a few weeks, do another one, keep opening up, and you'll be surprised. Again, the deeper you go, you'll be surprised how deep you can go. But in the beginning, I say you want to do at least once every 3 months, okay? And then once you start getting into it, you got to do it as often as possible, just like we Mo said there. And once you start cleaning your body, and things get in your body that do not belong there, you will be able to tell, and then you'll be like, oh, it's time to cleanse. Your body gives you, you're in tune, it senses, when it's time to do what need to purge, because that's what it is. You might even call it a purge. It's purging the things that do not belong in it. And it'll give you those signals, and all you have to do is listen, and they'll tell you. But in the beginning, you want to start maybe once every 3 months, every 6 months, or at least after the holidays. I tell people, most people put out resolutions for New Year's. That could be one of your resolutions, and then after that, you can work your way up. I love doing it summertime because of the fruits. There's a lot of fruits in summertime. So that's another time you can do it. You can do it twice a year, summertime and at the end of the year. So, just build your own schedule. But it's very important. If you're not going to the bathroom at least once a day, you have a problem and you have to address it. And if you don't address it, it's going to turn into something serious. This is something we see over and over and over again. And people don't understand why they are, having these issues. But it started a long time ago. And it's just fermenting and going on and on and on and creating these chronic issues that we see coming out now. And, combined with a whole lot of other things that we have going on today. And we have the situation we have, for things like that. Once you clean up the colon, everything opens up because the colon is connected to your mind or your brain. You start thinking better, making better decisions, doing things better. And everything just changes after that. So it starts with the colon. Do it once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, as much as you want, depending on where you're at again on your journey and what you're trying to achieve. If you're not sure, please find somebody to show you or somebody to follow. It's very important. You do not want to hurt yourself or experience something that's going to give you a bad experience that, it's not going to be something that you're going to enjoy. If you're not sure, find somebody to at least show you or help you. There's a lot of people that are out there that can help you. You can reach out to one of us. We have at least enough experience to guide anybody just to kind of get their journey going there.
So when should you clean your digestive tract? For sure when, let's say, for instance, this is why I tell people to stay hydrated. You're not drinking enough water, that's going to cause it to dry up. The foods are not going to process properly. You can feel them get stuck in your throat, and that's one of the things right there that we want to make sure we focus on is, chewing your food properly. And that's one of the biggest issues. People are not chewing their food down. I mean, the body is it's like 70% liquid, 30% solid, and that's the way you're supposed to consume your foods, that type of regimen. But another thing is also the germs and stuff that can build up on the tongue and in the mouth and everything that builds up. And if you don't you clean your tongue, they have a particular little tool you can clean your tongue to get all of those germs off of there. And, basically using a really good mouthwash. That's important because there's a particular thing called H. pylori. And it's called, they break it down as Helicobacter. And basically it's a germ that enters the body and lives in the digestive tract. And it will cause you to have ulcers and really bad pains, sores in the stomach and the gut. And that's something you want to avoid for sure.
For sure. Definitely agreed. I would say that it kind of all depends on how much acidic foods you're eating. You know, if you are consistently piling acidic foods into your body, you know, you consistently piling acidic foods into your body, you're going to have to cleanse about twice a year. And I would say every 6 months in between, you know, definitely that would be a good schedule recommended. Now, if you are on a 100% alkaline diet, it may not even be necessary for you to do a regular cleanse. I mean, or even a cleanse at all, you know? But what's the chances of somebody being 100% alkaline? You know, it's very slim. So yeah, you know, I would definitely say at least twice a year. And like everybody else said, you know, when you're feeling heavy, when you're feeling bloated, when you feel something is off, you're not as cognitive, you feel some pain somewhere, whatever it may be. I did want to go over a formula for 100 capsules of the intracellular and gut cleanse / digestive tract cleanse. So like I said, for 100 capsules, you would use prodigiosa at 7 grams. You would use blessed thistle at 13 grams. And then also rhubarb root at 8 grams. Once you get that all mixed down, you can go ahead and put that into your 100 capsules, mixed evenly, of course, all of that mixed together. And that will be sufficient enough for an intracellular / digestive tract cleanse for yourself. All right. So other than that, yeah. What else is new?
So I definitely want to touch on this real quick. If anyone does go to their doctor and they do find out, you know, like they'll take a scope and, you know, that with a camera, and they will look to see if you have ulcers or they discover the bacteria of H. pylori. I want to definitely make everyone aware that it's important. It's very important to know you must go to start to prepare yourself and cleanse that digestive tract, because H. pylori is the beginning of cancer. You know, it's the starter of it. So just know you want to avoid that at all, you know, just possible, much as possible. You don't want to develop cancer in your throat or your digestive tract, and then in your gut and your colon and the brain. You know, it's all connected. So that's something I want to let people know. When they find out they have ulcers and they say they have that bacteria in there, it's time to cleanse it.
Sure. Yo, I want to add on to that because that's so important. One, I'm dealing with so many people out of my place where I'm from dealing with this so-called bacteria. It's a very elusive bacteria that hides in a lot of toxics and a lot of carbohydrates or a lot of starchy food. This again, I'm from Africa, and a lot of Africans eat a lot of starchy food, and they deal with this bacteria, and a lot of them have a lot of issues. All of these things, gas, bloating, ulcers, and now we're seeing a lot of cancers coming into play here, right? So this is so important that you mentioned it myself, man. When you were talking about it, I said, wow, there it is. This is something I deal with it a lot within my community, man. It's so important. The GI tract is so important to clean up. And again, my people, man, I'm telling you, if you look at them, they look at you like you're crazy if you tell them to eat vegetables, right? It's serious, though. They have this illusion that the bigger you are in some communities is the wealthier you are, or the bigger stomach you have is the wealthier you're supposed to have. This is serious, but it's something that is a mindset that is dangerous, because again, this is what you're experiencing. We are seeing colon cancers at an alarming rate in Africa. Breast cancer is killing so many people. If I tell you the stories that I deal with every day, man, you're not going to believe it. But this is a big one. Head pylori is a big one. And to also touch on what you said about being alkaline the Alkaline Healer, man. Today, there's no alkaline. There's no way you're going to be 100% alkaline. The things they're selling you at the store, they are not alkaline, even though they have been labeled to be alkaline. The way they are growing them, these foods don't have enough minerals.
Yeah, they're hybridizing. Yeah, and they're hybridizing the seeds and everything.
It's commercially grown. So yes, you need to keep working on yourself. Like, ain't no telling you're not going to clean up. No, I clean up myself. I deal with inflammation, and I go up to 50, 60 days of fasting. I've gone there far. But even today, I will consume something that is alkaline. And I know which one because I go by the list now, because I can tell. My body tells me right away. Today, I deal with some pain because I ate some tomatoes, okay, and some mushrooms that were cooked in some grapeseed oil. But the grapeseed oil have been processed and it have been, manipulated. Yes. It's not grapeseed oil no more. You see, the tomatoes, the way they are growing them, they are causing inflammation. You see what I mean? Yeah. So, you get nowadays it's very difficult to say you're alkaline, but I just wanted to add on to that. Thank you.
I've actually had an experience. Like I had just started my journey, just started learning about Dr. Sebi and started to follow the list. So I was eating meat at the time and I started to integrate those foods into my lifestyle. I had eaten something and immediately right away I was like, whoa, what's going on? And I started to feel this pain in my chest. Every time I would touch it, it was just like really painful. It went down like to the middle of my chest. And I'm like, no, I would move, and I would feel it. And I'm like, what is going on? So I went to the doctor and they had mentioned something. I don't really recall the full story because it was a few years ago, but mentioned something about H. pylori. And I had to take an antibiotic, and fast forwarding to recently, I ate something, and lately I've been eating like 90% alkaline after this experience I'm about to tell you about. So I was really hungry and I was making some pasta, but my pasta was taking forever to make because I had just started. My mom had cooked some pasta with beef in it. So I went to just take a noodle of her pasta. And that ground beef got down there and I had that same feeling. And I was just like, felt so blessed, y'all, because I was like, I don't need to go to the doctor and get no antibiotic. Okay, I'm about to do some detoxing for 3 days and I'm going to eat light. I'm going to I set my routine. I had my tea in the morning. So I was doing the burdock root because, that's really good for cleansing. I was kind of doing whatever I felt, because I got a whole bunch of herbs. And then around 11, noon, 12, I would do my fruit smoothie. And then, if I feel like eating lunch, because some days I can go and I could be energized and I don't need to eat food just because I learned that I need to eat food when it's lunchtime. So I ate light and by the third day I was good. And it was really paining me. I would go to sleep and I would feel it in my sleep. So a lot of times we have these, once we learn how to help ourselves, we can put it like that. Until then, there are good doctors out there that can give you the right resources. And there are doctors out there that don't know anything. Smokers. You want to cleanse that digestive tract. We got to touch on that, Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All of that. But a cheat for you if you just can't put down the starchy foods, when you cook it, mix it with some John mushrooms, change the molecular structure of that starchy food. John mushrooms will change that molecular structure. It'll suck that starch right out of those bad foods, change it to alkaline for you.